Hello. So we've just watched the end of Weng Chang. And I've not been doing episode by episode, and that's for two reasons. One, because I still find it awkward to talk about this story, which is just, but also because it's so good, apart from the obvious, that to dissect it is almost to spoil it. The dialogue is as good as Robert Holmes has ever written. It's beautifully acted. And it's so believable. All these different... I mean, Doctor Who does this particularly well, doesn't it? When he throws together all these different influences and ideas and melds them together. And when you've got this episode, steeped in Victoriana, where one of the scenes ends with a man in a mask shouting, "The Sigma experiments were a success!" And you buy into it totally. It's just genius. And even the weird... I've never spotted this before, but there were weird little faults with it. Like, at one point, the Doctor doesn't know where Leela is, and then Leela suddenly appears in the room. And at no point do we ever work out what Lisa and Chang, what the clue that he was trying to give in episode 5 was. And you could argue that episode 5 is a bit padded. And you could argue that, you could say all sorts of things. But just by sheer gusto, it just succeeds. I adore the Doctor and Leela's relationship throughout the whole of this. I love the fact that Leela's so uncynical. And there are certain moments where she displays such joy in the experience of being with the Doctor. Which I know you get that with all companions, but this is just something different. It's a different sort of appreciation of what the Doctor does. And it's nice because she's our identification figure to whatever extent. And for her to appreciate just the trick of the key on the paper, which I always loved as a kid, that's just great. There's just some lovely moments where just the look on her face is just... She sells it. She's great. I think I've underappreciated Leela over the years. Jago and Lightfoot class, beyond class. Greel, Sin, Lisa and Chang, bless him, what a tragic figure. Just... If it wasn't for the obvious R word, this would easily be top 3, maybe. And even with the R word, however we've processed that, there's no denying it's just a class piece of television. And yeah, as long as you can process the uncomfortable bits of it, then it doesn't get much better than this.